Hello, my name is Stephanie Seibert, and this is the video for demonstration of gestational age of the newborn. Hopefully I'll have a live newborn in the next couple of days. We are starting a post-dates induction this afternoon, but I don't want to wait to submit the video, so we are using my resuscitation doll, and that will work just fine whilst my cats are arguing in the background. Anyway, that's fun. So in under 5 minutes, we're going to go over the gestational Ballard score. So first we're going to look at posture. The more flexed that the appendages are, the higher the score. So this would probably be a 0, whereas when their appendages are flexed, then that would be closer to a 4, and that would be more mature. We want to look at the square window sign, which is the mobility of the wrist joint. So something less flexible would be a smaller score, whereas when they can extend their hand completely like this, that is a more mature score. Arm recoil is when we take the hands and hold them at their chest and then let go and see where they stop their own arms. So if they let them fall completely to their sides, that would be a 0, whereas babies that can keep the flexion and hold their hands up here at their chest would be a more mature sign of probably 3 or 4. The popliteal angle is the angle keeping the baby's pelvis flat, and then using their heel, putting their thigh alongside the body, so extending it back as far until we can feel resistance. So babies that can go all the way like this are either born breech or they are more on the premature side, whereas babies that can't go very far back are more mature. Now that's different from the heel to ear, which is on the belly. I hope I'm not getting these two mixed up. And that is more looking at this angle right here. So I think you can see it, yeah. So we're looking at this angle, and babies that, again, can hyperextend are earlier, whereas the less that they can extend, the more mature they are. The scarf sign is you're checking to see how far across the chest that shoulder can be manipulated. So this baby is pretty late because it really cannot go much onto the chest at all. Whereas babies that are really early, usually their arm can fold all the way over to like mid-sternum or so. And then we're moving on. We're checking the skin for any veins, how transparent versus opaque it is. We're also looking for any lanugo, particularly on the shoulders and the back. So we'd be looking on the shoulders mainly for that. The plantar surface is the little crinkles or wrinkles in their foot. And the more little wrinkles and footprint that they have, the more gestationally mature that they are. Breast buds, you're measuring how big the breast bud is, not necessarily the areola, but actually the entire bud. We're also looking at the eyes and ear, particularly the ear. How well formed is the cartilage on the ear, and how ossified is it? So if the pinna is only slightly curved, then that would be a smaller gestational age score, whereas if it's more difficult to manipulate, then that would be more advanced. And then we'd also be looking at the genitals, either the testicles and how far the rugae extends on the testicular sac, or the female genitalia. We would be looking at how mature the clitoris and the minora majora would be developed in relation to each other. So a fully mature baby would have majora covering the vulva, or pretty much covering the vulva, whereas a premature baby, you would be able to see the majora possibly but the minora, and also a significantly sized clitoris. So hopefully that is about 5 minutes long. That's flying through it. And yeah, with that we can basically tell both their neuromuscular maturity and then also their physical maturity, which will give us a total of a gestational.